What's up, guys? You're tuned in to another Rappler Live Jam from home. My name is Amanda, and up next we have Reese Lansangan, who is here to talk to me about her upcoming album and what it's been like for her as a musician. So, hi, Reese.
Hi, Amanda.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay, as good as can be. But how has life been for you lately as a musician in this pandemic?
Uh, Busy for now because of the album. Parang every preparation that I can handle, I have been handling, and it's on my mind 24/7. So wala akong masyadong time for other stuff that I used to be able to do freely, like binge watch series or just do whatever. So parang everything is very much to the direction of the album, but it's great.
Mm.
I'm relishing that time because minsan lang gumawa ng album, especially in this situation. So it's very unique.
Yeah. And kasi malapit na, no, May 30, right? It's out.
Yep, yep.
So when did you start working on the album?
A long time ago, as in parang I started 2018 pa lang,
Oh, wow.
writing songs, and then I initially attempted to release in the same year, pero very hilaw pa lahat, and I didn't have enough songs that I liked then, but I was still already recording some tracks. Eventually I scrapped those recordings from 2018 and started over
Oh, wow.
2019, sabi ko, okay, this is the year to release my album. But then, hindi namin natapos in time, so we carried over to 2020 and set a date of April 26th. That was the release date, and then abutan ng lockdown. So it got moved and moved and moved and moved.
Mm. So why now? Like what made you decide to put it out now finally?
Kasi sobrang tagal na niyang delayed, and I don't think I see normalcy in the near future. So I'd rather just put it out and then move on with like a different, parang tapusin ko na kasi ang tagal na rin naman yung hinog feeling ko because it has
Mm.
taken so much time to actually get here, and I really wanted to finish it. Parang it's very much ripe. It needs to be locked and
Yeah.
to the public.
So parang the whole album itself was written and recorded before pa the pandemic.
No, I changed some songs in the track list this year to fit my current, um, I guess my current mindset and state. Parang I chucked out two really previously released songs na as singles na lang. Sininggle ko na lang siya, and then nagpalit ako ng dalawang new songs to the track list. Some have been recorded in 2019, but there are some, like for example, What Is This Feeling, and the two new songs I recorded after the pandemic has like started na. Parang earlier this year ko lang ni-record yung mga bagong songs. So I had
Oh.
to put it out, I had to like do the safety protocols and stuff, and just record those three songs, and then back at home na ulit ako nagtatago.
Wow. So how do you like na-mention mo na parang yun nga this album dapat 2018 pa and then now it's gone through several iterations kumbaga. So how do you know if hinog na siya? Like how do you know na ready to pluck na siya and release?
I think it's instinct. You know when you feel good about something, or parang, for example, when you hand in homework, you know if you've done well or if you've done the best you could. And you also know when you've done it as a sleep deprived student cramming, you know.
Mm.
So, you know it kasi ikaw yung gumawa, and if you, parang I just felt that this was something that I was already happy about. Of course, never ending naman if you nitpick for improvements. It will be never ending. with any body of work, but there's a time that you can draw the line and say, okay, I'll leave this be, leave this untouched, and just work on different things now moving forward. Parang just keep this pristine, even with its imperfections and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's interesting. Yeah.
And now you're about to release it, and you're going through that whole process. It's different because I mean it's your second album, your first album malamang like pre-pandemic pa and everything. So what's it like working on an album and releasing it at a time like this?
There are a lot of limitations that I've embraced instead of parang complaining about it and like wishing, oh, if we didn't have this pandemic, I could have done this and I could have done this. But I'm just embracing the moment kasi ayun nga, hopefully this is an experience that won't be repeated again or anytime soon. So I'm relishing the fact that I'm making an album in the pandemic, and that is something in itself. Parang um all the limitations have always pushed people to do their parang to become resourceful and creative with what they can do,
Mm,
and make do with what they don't really need. So yeah, I'm just working with what I have. I'm thankful for video calls, so I can be in touch with my team. I'm thankful for being able to coordinate through my phone, and being able to shoot in my own capacity here in my house. All of those restrictions I've just come to embrace as part of this season.
Was there anything specific that you had to do parang to adjust to the pandemic situation?
Well, definitely hindi ako makashoot ng music videos as like freely as I want to. My first music video from this album is "What Is This Feeling," and it was self-shot self-shot and directed by me and my sister. So parang
Wow.
feel ko yung camera, tapos sometimes I give her the free will na to choose what she wants to do with the camera. Basta ikikwento ko lang kung ano yung gusto kong mangyari. We'd find locations. So, kami dalawa lang yun. Inedit ko lang din yun. And
Wow.
that was something that was brought about by the limitations of the pandemic. Because otherwise, I would have gotten somebody to like handle the camera. Pero it was okay kasi parang nag-fit yung theme, yung DIY theme dun sa song. I think the spirit of the song was captured well. And then I definitely had to rethink um about had to rethink the recording process um to discern what I have to do in the studio and what I can do at home. So in the studio, parang important kasi maingay dito sa bahay, wala akong soundproofing or anything. So I had to
Mm.
record all the guitar sounds that I haven't done yet in the studio. So parang condensing everything, knowing that you have limited time, knowing that tumatakbo yung money because you have to spend for swabs and everything, and being disciplined about not going out and really trying to keep everyone as safe as can be. Yun yung mga
Wow.
adjustments I had to really make, and I had to learn recording and engineering myself here at home as well.
Oh my gosh. So pretty much DIY yung album na 'to and the music videos. Um, how about the songwriting itself? Like how did that change na parang knowing na you won't be playing these songs to a live
Mhm.
audience anytime soon, did that affect how you wrote them?
No, as I've mentioned, I started noong 2018 pa writing, and then it just parang naipon lang yung songs, and then I had songs that I wrote last year um
Hmm.
and finished this year that made it to the final cut of the album. I didn't really think about whether or not I'd be able to perform it live anytime soon or whatever, pero I guess I did my best to do the track list to reflect what I have been feeling throughout the process of making this album, which was parang a lot of insecurity and a lot of self-doubt because feeling ko, how can I do this all over again? Because for my first album, it just happened that I had a collection of songs that I was able to put out, and
Mhm.
before like the the boom of streaming and stuff. Parang it was just like streaming was just still starting to become big here in the Philippines. And now like anyone can be an artist, anyone can upload their music on Spotify or Apple Music or whatever. Parang um everything was just luck and chance my first album. And the second album, it feels like a weight because of all the expectations and everything that I've already learned from my first album.
Yeah.
So it was, yeah, it was very much laced with um insecurities and self doubt. And I wanted
Mm.
to reflect those thoughts and ruminations in the album. Siyempre not entirely like just a self doubt themed album, pero the growth ba and like the progression of myself I included there.
Mm. So parang it's part of the story, the story of the albums, the songs. Was was there a song na parang that you ever put out from your entire discography that you wish you kept to yourself na lang? Kasi parang you write such personal songs.
Mm. Wala kasi I'm not afraid to go super personal kasi I know that I don't have to be but I realized lately that I don't have to be 100% truthful to what or faithful to whatever happened. Kung ano yung nangyari, yun yung isulat ko. Parang I can embellish it a bit or I can, omit details that I don't want to be included there. Parang it's ultimately my decision as the writer to withhold information or to give that information freely. I don't regret being personal because I know that I connect the best when with people when I tap into those very personal emotions because that's how they experience their own feelings and that's how they
Mm.
identify with certain things that I sing about. Like for example, oh, this specific moment describes me perfectly right now. Kung I get yung feedback nila. So being personal has its rewards, even
Mm.
though you feel exposed a little bit. Um, it helps other people come to terms with their own emotions that they might have been punishing themselves for, or they
Mm.
might have been doubting themselves for.
Yeah. And speaking of connecting with your listeners, like how have you been able to do that at a time na walang gigs and walang
Yeah.
live shows?
Well, Patreon has been such a big help. I've been doing it since 2018 and now I'm doing like a special tier for my album release. I'm actually wearing my Patreon shirt. It's called the Secret Song Society and they like people can support me there and pledge a certain amount like as low as 50 pesos a month and then they get rewards and interactions with me and get to read my thoughts and my process about like just making music and being creative in this time. So that has been really helpful in connecting with people because I've done a lot of live streams. I used to do like a bi-weekly live stream with them. We
Hmm.
do PowerPoint parties and we do some live jams sometimes. That's one. Two, I have reconnected with Twitter throughout
Oh.
the promotions because my time na like nawala ako sa Twitter because I felt like it was very murky sometimes. So I reconnected with Twitter and just like limited what I want to see and it's been great kasi ang dami kong lately, ang dami kong nakaka-connect na K-pop fans because I am also a big K-pop fan. So usually, like, just talk. It's not even necessarily about my music, but we just talk about K-pop stuff. So
Yeah.
that's one point of connection also. And then I still upload on YouTube. So that's another point of connection.
Hmm. Nice. So now that you're about to release your album, are you planning anything else or parang rest muna kasi nakakapagod din maglabas ng album?
I think the whole album is the album goes beyond the like finishing the music. There's a lot of elements to it, like merchandise, creating the experience um, of listening to the album and getting the stories, and perhaps like a show that we're planning. Uh, And then after all of that, like pagkatapos ng lahat ng yun with the album, I definitely want to withdraw for a bit muna and focus on stuff that I enjoy doing outside of music. Of course, music will always be there. I would always pick up my guitar and try to write a song, pero I really want to focus on other things that I have put I set aside because of the preparation of the album. Like example, reading books. Parang I stopped reading muna kasi um maraming nakakain time yung reading for me, and
Mm.
studying Japanese and all of that. Like just refocus on the things that I had to pause during the album preps.
Mm. Fun naman ng like the things that you do outside of music. Like what else have you been doing to stay sane and get through this?
I've I've learned how to cook. I've learned how to cook in the
Oh.
pandemic. Nung March, I like before the pandemic, I didn't know how to turn on a stove. As in, that's how clueless I was. But it's not as hard as I thought it would be. I started with very simple stuff like microwavable meals and stuff. But then
Yeah.
I moved on to pastas na parang mas manageable, and then I've slowly been exploring in the kitchen. It gives me a great feeling kasi the parang what's this, yung bilis ng reward na nakuha mo
Mm.
after you get to eat it with your family, and then the just the fact that it's exciting to come up with different stuff every day. I
Yeah.
really like that. I'm not good at cooking yet. I have a lot of things to learn, especially when it comes to handling meats and stuff. But I'm glad that I was able to learn a valuable life skill na dapat ko nang natutunan. So that's one. That's one like constant parang work that I've been doing towards self development.
Mm, nice. Well, that's one thing to look forward to. I guess when this is all over then. Um more kitchen experiments.
Yes.
But yeah, upcoming album, when is it coming out again? And wala pa siyang, like you haven't revealed the title, right?
Oh, I have. It's called Time
Oh.
Well Spent. My second album is called Time Well Spent, and it's coming out on May 30, 2021. It has blank blank tracks, and it has a lot of tracks. If
Oh.
you follow my social media at ReesePC, ReesePesy, a lot of announcements are there and like revelations. I shall be posting a lot more, especially in the last 2 weeks leading up to the album launch. But I hope that people can tune in and like wait for it with me because it's really a special time in my life. I'm excited to share with everyone.
Exciting. Yay. And also like you have two singles from the album that are already out so people can listen to that if they
Yeah.
want to.
Yeah, it's called What Is This Feeling and Orbiting. They're like the opposite sides of the spectrum of time well spent. One is so joyful and optimistic, and the other is like good and sad. So they like there's something for everyone.
Yeah, if you want an emotional roller coaster,
Yeah, they
listen to those.
back to back. Yeah.
But thank you so much for chatting with us, and you'll be doing performing a couple of songs in a bit. So
Yes.
thank you, Reese, and good luck with everything.
Thank you, Amanda. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, thanks guys. Thanks everyone for tuning in. This is Rappler Live Jam. Enjoy the music of Reese Lansangan.
I gotta move to the mall. I leave in everyone soon. But before I do, I gotta see you. I write letters to friends, calling enemies to make my amends. But before I fly, your window. 'Cause I just have you on my mind. That's why I'm making more room here inside. Oh, my rocket, maybe you wanna go with me. I'm flying out of here, breaking atmosphere, running out of air, breaking atmosphere, flying out of here, breaking atmosphere, running out of air, breaking atmosphere, flying out of here, breaking atmosphere, I'm flying out of here, breaking atmosphere. This song is called Jealousy is a Familiar Friend, and it's a good anthem to sing if you're trying to forget somebody that you should have forgotten about a long time ago. Boy, I know it's been over for a while. You know I'm not the kind of girl who cries for a long time. But I think it's okay if I still think about you once or twice. To tell the truth, you might have crossed my mind, but don't feel so flattered about it. It's funny how you think that you were over somebody, but then you hear about his new girl. And then you're looking in the mirror, second guessing everything. What is this feeling I just wanna hurl? Honey, I swear my self-esteem has nothing to do about it. But I think I'm going crazy, I might as well shout it out. If I'm being honest, I get jealous, I get jealous, I can't help it, I can't help it over one fella who's one hell of a flirt. After all this time, I guess it's George. Believe me, I know you are so happy where you are. You know I'm not the kind of girl who try ruining your good fight. But I think it's okay to say that you have crossed my mind. To tell the truth, I just can't leave the very best parts of us behind. It's funny how you think that you were over somebody, but then you hear about his new guy. And then you're looking in the mirror, second guessing everything. What's this feeling? I just wanna cry. Honey, I swear my self-esteem has nothing to do about it. But I think I'm going crazy, I might as well shout it out. Well, if I'm being honest, I get jealous, I get jealous, I can't help it, I can't help it over one fella who's one hell of a mess. Jealous, I get jealous, I get jealous, I get jealous, I can't fake this, I can't shake this over one fella who's one hell of a flirt. After all this time, I guess it's still. Oh, now I know that this is nothing but a blow to my ego. It's not like I want you back. I guess I just feel a little attacked by you. You and I, we were no good together, but This might be a classic case of wanting what you don't have anymore. To tell the truth, I get jealous, I get jealous, I can't help it, I can't help it over one fella who's one hell of a mess. Jealous, I get jealous, I get jealous, I get jealous, I can't fake this, I can't shake this over one fella who's one hell of a flirt. After all this time, I guess it's still. This song is called Tenderfoot, and this was supposed to be in the original lineup of my second album, but then I released this before the pandemic and realized that it had a life of its own, and I feel like I should keep it untouched as it is. It's a good message to remind ourselves with, because it is championing self-care and self-love, and I feel like we all need that, especially because of this prolonged period of time that we're at home and we're just alone with our thoughts. So I hope that we can all remember to take care of ourselves when we listen to the song, and I hope that this song can bring you a bit of peace. I feel a weight that's heavier these days. No, I am not quite hurting, but I think that I'm in pain. I look at photographs of myself and they insist there's nothing wrong. But if there isn't, why am I writing this song? I was told to love my body, 'cause it's the only one that I'll never get. No, it's not what people see, it's the mind inside of me that weighs me down. So each day I'll try to do it better. The world has a mountain of its problems, and your worries start to feel very small. But there's a kid locked in the toilet, all wrapped with guilt. Don't tell me that doesn't matter to you at all. I was told to love my body, 'cause it's the only one that I'll never get. No, it's not what people see, it's the soul inside of me that makes me whole. So each day I'll try to do it better. I'm so afraid to talk about it. Others might not understand the way I don't know how it's like to be somebody else. Oh Lord, I pray that they won't take me in my sleep. Oh, don't we all have our demons running deep? I saw a blind man on the streets the other day. I swear, oh, how I wish I could have rescued him away. And with my eyes, oh, I was crying down on one everything has changed for me. I was told to love my body, 'cause it's the only one that I'll ever get. No, it's not what people see, it is the heart inside of me that makes a man. So each day I'll try. I was told to love my body, 'cause it's the only one that I'll ever get. Oh, I have everything I need, from a sound mind to working feet that make me whole. So each day I'll try to do it better.